After cutting out your pattern, this is what it looks like when you place it on your fabric. You cut out, then you go in to laminate your fabric. You do not only laminate your mesh net, you laminate your lace fabric, your beaded fabric with your hemming gum together before you now go in with the second lining. This gives you a finished look and a very neat work. And this is what you do for all. We were cutting two we're cutting two on it so that it has a firm structure and it can actually hold the body. So by the time you are done laminating all the sides and the middle, it should have a thin finish. When you press iron it, it's going to be very thin that you will not even see where you added the hemming gum. So by the time you're done, this is what it looks like after laminating. It's just going to look like a clean sheet like that. So the next thing you want to do now is to go in and start sewing your sides together. So by the time you do all this for all the sides, you start sewing and joining your sides together. It comes to form. You join the three. We have center from the two sides. You join that together to form the front. Then you join the back. You have 4 panels at the back, two. So you join the two together. Then you go in on all joinings to press open it. You have to make sure every sewing you do, you have to iron. Every sewing you do, you have to iron. If not, your job will not come out neat and it will not be a very good work. Bridal is not something you want to rush. That's why it takes time. It takes time. It's not something you do if you rush, you will not come out with something that is very nice. So by the time you are done joining all together, like I said, you go in and press open each one of the joining. At the time you are done joining, you are done pressing the center, you open it, then you go in and trim the excesses. You have to trim it as thin as possible, but not too close to the sewing, but very you can do. So by the time you're done with that, you go in and sew on your bias so that you have your bony casing. So the center front, you fold it into two, you iron, then you start doing your bony casing on all joinings. You place your bony casing on all joinings, all the joinings. So by the time you are done, you start putting your loop on each side. This is how you put your loop on each side. So it looks like this. You tack down your cup. You tack down your cup on all the corset bodice part where you have your cup. This is how it looks. So you tap down with your pin, then you go in with your arm sewing to actually put it in place. I covered my cup with my black silk. So if you are using a pink casing, for example, you have to also use. So then this is wherever you have your bony casing, the extreme end. Even if you are going to use eyelet, you have to make sure that you secure that particular place with a boning so you don't have a rough back. You have to secure. Can you see the back side exactly where you do your channel immediately on your loop side, and you also meant to attach your modesty panel on the left side of your corset. So this is attaching and creating a channel. You're going to turn that over and press it down. That's also making that place to be very straight. It won't curve and it won't do anyhow. It won't move. So when they snatch, it's actually in place. It's straight. It's not folding. It's not bending. So after you do this now, the next thing to do now is to pipe the upper area. By the time you are done piping the upper area, you cut out each bony plastic boning for each side, all of them. You file them or you bond the edges. By the time you are done with that, make sure you leave at least 1 inches at the upper part and 1 inches at the lower part of your bony casing. Then when you are done with that, you iron it down so that it doesn't lose form. You iron your bony your boning down. Then by the time you are done with that, then you also pipe the downside of your corset. By the time you are done piping the downside of your corset, you press open iron. Before you close the side of the circle, make sure you add the modesty panel. It's very important to add your modesty panel to that side. Add so that it looks very neat. Can you see? So this is the piping I told you about, the upper part. You're not pressing down the upper part. You use your hand tacking method to do hemming inside. So it has a very neat finishing on the inside and on the outside. From the inside, there will not be joining out at all because you already placed your bias on all joinings. You already placed your bias on all joinings. So that is what you're going to be having. And so by now, I'm sure you've done this before, and by now you have a proper understanding on how to do your corset bodice. So this is the upper part I was telling you about. You press, then you tape it to the other side with hemming, and that is all about the corset bodice. So I hope you understand, and